Hi, everybody, and welcome to SunBurst Tarot, where today I want to take a look into Hassan Piker and an alleged relationship that he's had with Valkyrae. If you, Ethan Klein, a couple days ago, I just come across my Twitter, has made claims that apparently Hassan and Valkyrae have been dating for years, and Hassan doesn't want to make it public, even though Valkyrie has wanted to. And then I also want to take a look into the Hassan and everything going on with the Kaya situation, his dog, and alleged shot callers. And yeah, so I want to take a look into it, see what we can see, and the such. So without further ado, let's get into it. But first things first, reminder everything that I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, just my opinions, psychic downloads, and the such. So, if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So, with that, let's take a look. I want to take a look first at just the general energy or dynamic between the two of them. So, like, is there any is there anything there? Yeah, let's just take a look. What is this relationship that apparently Ethan is claiming Hassan has with Valkyrae? So the world not is all what it seems. Seeing it reversed too, it seems like these two are like very cyclical. It's like, are they known to like get together, break up, get together, break up, get together, break up? It seems like these two are in like a perpetual cycle with one another of like wanting to let go but being unable to. Why is this? Because of the judgment, because of the world, because of society, because of people allowing people into the relationship, letting people know this is like the public. Because from material influence, so I don't know anything about their streaming setup, but like, do these two stream together a lot? Like, have they actually moved in together at one point? Or have they talked about moving in together at one point? Because it seems like people want to take this next step forward. We have the money to move, we have the money to be together, have things together, but it's like but it seems like they can never get on the same page because like we want to move in together, but if we move in together, like what does that all mean? Because the hopes and fears, I think someone wants to have a family, someone wants to settle down, have the kids, have everything, want to build a nurturing space. Like this is the Empress card. Typically the Empress card is somebody who's like pregnant, they want kids, they want to have a family, they want to have all the things like that. Like that's like the hopes and fears here. It's like I want all the things. I want to have my cake and eat it too. I want to have the land of milk and honey. Unseen obstacle though here is that court of public opinion. There's also something legally coming down the pipeline for one or the two of them. It does seem, though, maybe that there's issues with Twitch. Maybe there's issues with streaming. Maybe there's issues with money. And so, like, it's not money per se, but like with the law, the justice system. This could be lawsuits. This could be other things. Like, how do we keep things separate? Like, should we bring this out? Because the negative influence is that they keep keeping this secret. It's like we wanting this relationship, if there is any, it just seems like whatever they're in, I'm not seeing love. I'm just seeing secular cycles, and they're keeping everything hidden. And in them keeping things hidden, it's like it makes things worse behind the scenes and whatever dynamic that they have. Because what's going for them, they're so on and off. Also, if this is a relationship, it feels like they're in like a giant off period right now. Like these two, if this is true, like they're on and they're off again so much it's not even funny. That Lovers card reversed here too makes me think of breakup. So I don't know if they're actually together anymore. They might have been in the past. Because, yeah, here in the past, keep things hidden, bad attention, not wanting to do things, and then here in the future. If they are, or if they were, I don't think we're ever going to know about it. This is like we're keeping things silent. We're not going to talk about it. We want to keep things to ourselves. Like, again, it feels like also they dated for quite a while. I still don't know why they, like, it just seems to me as though it's just a secular cycle that they, neither one could have gotten out of. I think that they're out of this now, this cycle right now. I'm hearing no, actually. So they're on, then they're off. They're on, then they're off. They're on, then they're off. So it's like, it doesn't make sense for them to talk about it publicly because they're so on and off, so hot and cold. So let's get back together. Let's try this again type of vibe that it would confuse their audiences a lot. I think it would also hurt the reputation for a lot of people. Again, the world reverse at the bottom of it. It's such a secular cycle. They're good, then they're bad. They're good, then they're bad. But they always come back to each other. Not always the healthiest thing to do, but they're always coming back to each other. So I want to next take a look here at just how do they feel about one another. So how does Hassan feel about Valkyrae? And then we'll get how does Valkyrae feel about Hassan? All right. So we'll start with how does Hassan feel about Valkyrae? Tainted scars. Attracts the same type of person. Tainted pleasures. Hang-ups about physical intimacy. Uncommunicative about feelings. Wanderer. Openly flirts with others in front of significant other. Touchy-feely. Pretends to be single. Leads others on. Attention-seeking. And offensive. Criticizes partner after partner brings up issues that may be bothering them or having bottled up inside. Deflects. Looking at this and how does Hassan feel, like, see Valkyrae? One, I think that these two have just scarred each other. Also, I'm getting here too, where it's like when they're off, they go off and they do their own things. And I think that's what Valkyrae does. She's like, we're not together, so I'm going to go be with other people. Also, she presents herself as single online, even though you're not. And I think that does bother Hassan, because also with the offensive, too, it seems like these two, like, if everyone's like, oh, Hassan's the bad one, or Valkyrae is the good one, or Valkyrae is the bad one, and Hassan's the good one. Like, these two are both kind of toxic for one another, in my opinion here. And it's like neither one can kind of, like, let go. Because one, I think there's jealousy issues on both sides, like, so bad. There's, like, jealousy issues. There's jealousy, insecurities, like, fragility of masculinity and femininity. It's kind of a little bit of all of a mess. These two are, like, karmic. I would say they are twin flames, but... And before everyone comes for me, it's like, oh my goodness, they're twin flames. That means they're supposed to be together forever. Da, da, da. No. Twin flames, in my opinion, are karmic connections that are meant to teach you a very big ass lesson. Typically, it's going to be very intense. It's going to be very, and they're not easy. They're intense. And 9 times out of 10, these aren't people that you're with long term. They're there for a season. And so that's what I'm kind of getting with these two. And these two are kind of just been hanging around each other for a while. All right, let's take a look at how does Valkyrae see Hassan. So traumatic events, loss of a job or traumatic life events such as illness or mental depression, putting on a strain on the relationship. Well, Hassan just had the whole thing with Kaya blow up. How does she feel about him? Wounded Phoenix feels like they do not need to change. Thinks the other party is at fault. Unwilling or does not have the strength to transform. And masking. Withholding secrets, emotionally unavailable, holding back emotions, evasive, closed off, does not disclose past. Oh boy. So how does Valkyrae see Hassan? See someone who can't change and who's refusing to address things that they've ever done, whether this is personally, professionally, like everything going. Like she feels that Hassan's just like you're a perpetuant man-child that's refusing to change, grow, and evolve and be a better version of themselves. Because I also think, again, I'm seeing this too come to my head, where they would try and have a sit-down conversation, and it would be like, Valkyrae would maybe be like, I want to have this emotional conversation about things going on or how I've been feeling and actions that have been being taken. And then like they would sit down and Hassan would be like, okay, I'm listening to you. And then just, it's like, okay, at the end of their conversation. And then like, what do you want to do next? Like it's not, there's no reciprocal aid. It's just like, how do I fix this? How do I do this? How do I do, it's very logical. It's unemotional. It's not that emotions need to be validated, but they need to be seen and valued. Like, it's like, I need you to value me as a person. I don't think he's very good at it. He's not an emotional person. He doesn't have a lot of or the emotions that he carries with him are they're ones that he wants to project out there because that's what he's been taught to project. And in doing so, it doesn't seem like there's a big difference between who he is publicly and who he is personally. I don't think that there's a big difference between the character of Hassan and the person Hassan. And so like that kind of causes a huge restraint. It's like what you see is what you get, and there's not much differences there, allegedly. So that's what I'm getting here with these two. Okay, next I want to take a look at this whole Kaya situation. So why is Hassan... I don't like this man when it comes to how he treats animals. So I want to take a look into Hassan. What in the world is going through his head with this whole Kaya situation? Are there secrets being hidden? Is the collar really a shot collar? Why is he defending it so much? Is it true? Is it not? What's going on? So let's take a look at that. What's going on with the Kaya situation? Queen of Cups upright. Why is it? Page of Pentacles. What the? I'm gonna grab a clarifier here. Guess something is weird here. Like, I'm not picking up Kaya, like, how he's feeling about Kaya at all. Like, this isn't about Kaya. I don't know what the frickety frick this is about, but, I mean, it could be. So, we have the Queen of Cups upright in the center of it with the turtle. So, it's like, for Kaya, it's like, this is slow, steady progress, patience. How is he feeling about it? I just have to be patient, give the people what they want. Why is this? Because I want them to get lost in the sauce. This is legitimately, he's going to try, oh God, he's going to try and deny and deflect and not address this ever again. Get people lost, have people invest in different things. He wants this to be gone from the internet. He wants people to not talk about it because from a material influence, he's going to be the one who controls the narrative. He's the one who wants to direct the narrative. He's already feels like he's been directing it and has been able to avoid accountability for what's going on, because from the hopes and fears here is he wants to just have people, it's like this is just another season. This was the heartbreak season, and then now it's time to just be like, okay, now it's time for the next one. But the unseen obstacle here is that this was a big expose to his community of how he operates and acts. It is going to cause him some issues because the negative influence here is, again, this is the death card reversed. To me, this is a ton of external change coming to you. Limitless potential, timelessness, soul continuity. But this is like what goes around comes around. This is going to affect him in some ways, but not as many as people, I think, would hope. Because, again, he's got, in my opinion here, he's got some friends of the Duck and the Dank friends from the dark and the dank side who's been like, well, you're just too big to fail us. You're too big. We're going to keep shilling you money for you to keep shilling our talking points. He's going to keep making money. He's going to keep bolstering a fan base. This is all about division at the end of the day, y'all. And he's here to sow division with a ton of stuff. I don't know what else to tell you. This is bad magic, ill intentions, bad karma. What goes around comes around. But to me, he's got friends in high places who are going to keep him exactly where he needs to be. He's going to keep still making money off of this and everything in the past, because here in the past, yeah, the internet found out about, he kept a lot of stuff away from the internet, but now the internet's starting, a lot of people are starting to connect the dots with him. And then here in the future, y'all, Y'all, I don't know if you've been on my channel for a while, but this is all triangle organizational things. And if you don't know what the triangle organization is, just look up, there was a YouTuber that got canceled a while ago called Illuminati. Yeah, so that's something like that, right? So triangle people. And if people are like, oh, this is like a secret organization, it's a religious organization within entertainment elites, allegedly conspiracy, whatever, in my opinion here. If y'all want me to go check out that last video I did on Hassan, that shit, the same stuff is popping back up again here. He's just trying to lead control where he's going. And that's, I don't even really think he cares about the Kaya situation, because he's so focused on this other avenue of making money. Allegedly conspiracy, whatever, in my opinion here. So I do want to take a look at next just Hassan, and I do want to take a look at what the frickety frack's going on between him and Ethan right now, because like Ethan's been going after him hard. So like, or I should say, what's going on with, we'll take a little bit look at Ethan here really quick. What's going on between him and Ethan right now? What's going on between Hassan and Ethan? Hassan, Ethan, energy in between. Oh, shucks. So Hassan's the chariot upright. He's like, I'm moving forward, baby. Let's do this. He's moving forward. And for some reason, it seems like Ethan is really butthurt about Hassan's trajectory, where he's going, the power, the accolades, the connections that he has versus the ones that Ethan has. Because between the two of them, there's a lot of hidden secrets. There's a lot of things that aren't being told. And now I think he'll feel like, because there seems to be this, you know this and you don't know that, it seems like these two are like kind of like a tit for tat energy. Yeah, because why do I get that someone stole someone's spot? Like, someone stole somebody's spot. It's like, that was my spot. That was my gig. Because from a material influence, yeah, someone's not the land of milk and honey anymore. Like, these two can't make money off of really one another anymore. Because the hopes and fears, yeah, they had to break down. If I remember, it's the Leftovers podcast had to go away. Because the unseen obstacles is the 10 of Pentacles reversed. There's no community. The world's kind of crashing down around them. There's no money kind of left for these two, because again, the negative influence, these two have burdens of which they both carry in this relationship. Both of them have secrets, both of them have information, intel on one another, that neither one is kind of letting the ball drop right now, because at the forefront of everything, they're just trying to maintain their money, maintain their stability, their security, the home, and the balance that they have. Because the negative influence here is that they had a decision that they had to make, whether they wanted to or not. A lot of conflict, a lot of disagreements. But here in the future, are they going to try and work together again? Because it seems like Three of Wands, passions, ideas, maybe bringing in a third person, wanting to go and do different things somewhere else with other people. Because here at the bottom, it's like they're both stars. Like, they both kind of feed off of one another's clout, as one would say. It seems like, not like they're just hurt, and they might work together again, but it seems like they're more business focused, and someone, I think, took somebody's spot. On the boat. Okay. So I know someone is going to ask, so I will ask this. If what's the real feelings here? Again, I'm not seeing this Valkyrae and Hassan thing. Like, it just feels like it's on and off, on and off. So I want to just take a look at, we've kind of taken a look, let's take a look at Hassan, we'll take a look at, what do I want to do here? So another question needs to be asked. Let's just take a look at Valkyrae and Hassan. And I want to take a look at this from Valkyrae's perspective in this relationship, this dynamic, and what it really kind of is. These two fight like crazy. That's what they fight. Why is it? Because of loss, mourning. Like, these two are just, this is a really up and down relationship. It feels like, not just for her, but him too. But looking at this from her perspective, they're always fighting. They're always emotional. There's somebody, like, they're always bringing up old shit. Like, because someone can't let go of the past, or someone's not able to process what was said, or always brings things up because they're of old hurts, old wounds, old things that were said, because they have resentment, or they just want somebody to hurt. Because from material influence here, it's the moon. These two use secrets. They use the secretive things about their relationship to fight against one another, to hurt one another. And I don't know if it's more on Valkyrie's side. It could be a little bit of, but I feel like it's a little bit of both, because relationships go both ways. But these two use secrets and knowledge and threats against one another, because they need. I'm not getting so much from Valkyrie's side that she's like using old stuff to like come back into the relationship. I'm seeing that more from Hassan. But again, it's like these two just fight, and somebody uses secrets or threats to try and bully their way in this relationship, in this dynamic. Because the hopes and fears here is like, I want to have kids. Somebody wants to build a life and wants to go back to what they once had. It's like, I see the potential in you, and oh boy, girl, if you see the potential, don't fall in love with someone's potential. Fall in love with the person right in front of you. I've been through this. It sucks. Because some people just aren't ready, or for the relationships that people want. But again, this is the kids card. It's, I want kids. I want a family. I want all these things. Unseen obstacle, though. The lovers. These two just, again, it's so wishy-washy. They're on, then they're off. They're on, then they're off. I think that there's a big break that just did happen, though, again, between the two of them. I feel like they were on again for a while, and then now they've been off for maybe like a month or two. Because it's like, yeah, because the negative influence here is the Knight of Wands. Somebody also is a prolific cheater. Someone's a prolific cheater and likes to take their wand all over town. However, I think she does want to marry him. She's given him a lot of chances. And I'm like, girl, I understand why. She wants to marry him. I think that she's like, this is the one that I really want to marry. This is the one I want to have kids with. This is the one that I imagine my life with. And I want to say that, like, yeah, if you want this, okay, but it's not healthy. You guys, as here in the past, it made a lot of sense financially. We were on good terms. And then now here in the future, though, the Queen of Pentacles. This is an unstable foundation for Valkyrae in this relationship with his son. I think she truly does want to marry him and have his kids and do all these things. But he's a prolific cheater. He projects all of his cheating onto her and accuses her, I think, of a lot of stuff. Because also at the bottom of the deck, she feels like I hit the jackpot with this one. Like he's everything that she kind of wants. But I'm like, girl, have you tried out anything? Have you tried a relationship with somebody else? And because I don't know. I did a reading on Valkyrae a really long time ago. We'll see if I'll remember to if I can find it and link it. But I saw that she had broken up with somebody, and like that there's somebody in the wings waiting to love her and treat her extremely well. But she keeps going back to this asshole. My opinions doesn't need to be the fact, who just wants to use her. Because here in the middle of the deck, yeah. God bless. Why is this? Gosh. Have the police ever been called on these two or to their home? Or have there been I'm seeing someone getting phone calls, like, when these two fight, they fight. They fight bad. But they're always, like, after the initial fight, I see it as, like, oh, it was just a playful banter. This is just our, we play fight as, like, foreplay sort of stuff. Also, there's something that, like, just about him that just kickstarts her. Like, gets her going. It's like passion. It's again, this is twin flame. Because, again, the hopes, from a material sense, these two spiral endings, beginnings, they just spiral around one another. Like, they're in, like, a whirlpool, and neither one are trying to get, are getting out of there, or struggling to get out of it. Hopes and fears. Also, I don't know. Can I get one more clarifier on this? Because whatever Hassan's in, I think Valkyrae is very well aware of stuff that he's in. I don't know if she's in it as well. I hear no, but she's like, maybe I can get in through him, or I can get things going on through there. Because again, the hopes and fears. One, there's Hassan's people. That's like, I'm afraid of what Hassan's people could do, but there's also like this relationship needs to end. It needs to begin. There's things that need to go on. There's also some things I think that he said they're just like, what in the world? Unseen obstacle though is that they keep building this really toxic codependent relationship, but there's, girl, wake up. He's not good for you. Because again, the negative influence here. Someone gets really... Now, I'm going to say something. And if I'm right, okay. I don't know these people. I don't know them. I don't talk to anyone. Again, all alleged for entertainment purposes only. But even if Valkyrae wanted kids, she wanted family, she wants to maybe build up some sort of life in that way. I don't think Hassan's able to, because does he have a vasectomy? And that's like the negative influences that he just takes his wand all over town. And did he say he got the cut, but maybe the cut failed? I don't know. Does he have kids out there? Because again, what's going for her? She wants to marry this guy. She wants to marry him because it's like, this helps me get to the next level. It ascends me. It goes to where I think I need to go. Here in the past, it's all about, it's like, I just got to wait. I just got to wait. I just got to wait for the right time so we can announce it and we can do all these things. However, here in the future, there's a lot of secrets with the full moon, deep emotion, completing new things, but it's also like the key, the access, unlocking hidden truths about the instability about this relationship, about other people. Also, there's another potential, like, it's maybe there's not another woman, but there's other people. She's got to wake up that this is maybe a very unstable situation, and that may be coming. But again, I see why. It feels like, to me, it's like, I get why she would want to be with him. I do. Like, he seems confident. He's got that little bit of an asshole. He's a little bit of an asshole. He seems to be well put together. He's got money. He's got fame. He's got accolades. He's someone who's kind of on her same level. Like, they go through very similar things. They've kind of probably trauma bonded over things. Like, I get why she would want to be with him. I get why she would want to marry him. It's like, we've been through this so many times. However, do you want to know what I didn't see in any of these dynamics? Cups, love. Heck, the only love card I saw was between Ethan and Hassan. I didn't see anything from him. I don't really see love from her. I just see lots of hurt and trauma bond, and this is a person who I think can take me to the next level on things. So if she's looking for love, I mean, that would be amazing. I'm not her, and I'm not what she wants. I'm not, we don't have the same morals, values, or ethics. And like we don't have the same concepts for love, and so I'm not going to put what I think love is on for her. But if that's something that she's wanting in a relationship, like, I just don't see it. I don't see someone who genuinely values or cares for her either. I just see someone who sees them as like an additional side piece. So, okay. But you know what? We'll take a look at Hassan and how he sees this relationship, just because why the frickety frick frack not. We'll get his side of the story. It makes sense. Everyone gets everyone's side of the story. And if people get mad at me for this, okay, whatever. But these two are so on and off again. It's actually kind of toxic. But that's just me. That's just me. That again, not everyone's relationships are the same. Not everyone's dynamics are the same. And so I can look at something and say, this seems and feels really unhealthy. But if the people in the dynamic don't see it that way, well, you kind of just let them, don't kind of let them be, but be like, this doesn't seem healthy. And the best way I've found it is have healthy relationships with other people around you. And sometimes that works the best to be like, this is what a healthy relationship looks like. And by example, you get people to change their minds. So, all right. So let's take a look here. How does Hassan view this relationship with Valkyrae? 8 of Swords. Why is this? He sees her as just another way to make money. He uses it as a way to boost his reputation, things that are going on. 8 of Swords reversed, which is like, I'm taking myself out of a bad situation. Why is this? Because now I'm focusing on my work, my craft, doing what I need to, building up everything. Because from material influence, everything around him kind of crashes down around, like, the hopes and fears. He just wants to have his cake and eat it too. He wants to feel, he sees her as an accessory to his life. Unseen obstacle, 7 of Swords. He's also been caught cheating. He's been caught doing this. He's been caught doing that. This man does not see this relationship that he has with her other than, you are just a piece of eye candy that I get to hold on you're just an accessory to my brand. Because again, the negative influence here is the Page of Wands. He goes around and takes his wand all over town. He's super immature as well. I think these two have banger, like, these two are going, like, when they get angry at the makeup, sex is great. Let's just put it like that. It is. The makeup, the breakup, the makeup, the breakup. Okay, whoever, whatever. Because the negative, he just wants to keep her in there is no love here. Jesus criminy. All right, so when it comes to how does he feel about this relationship, he's really defensive about it. Why? Because he's like, I don't want people to have an inner look into my inner life, even though who he is innerly, professionally, and personally, it's the gosh darn same ass person. And if he tries to portray himself as something different in his personal life, that is a mask. That's the mask. I'm getting that pretty strongly. Because looking here, that's because, like, I don't want people in on our relationship. And now he's feeling like, well, thank God I'm out of this whole thing. And now you're in the future, the Queen of Wands, which I forget what Valkyrie's birthday is, but I could definitely see her being bold, beautiful, sexy. Like, that is kind of like someone who's an entrepreneur, really, like, really fiery, really passionate. Like, that's what he wants. I think he wants her, but I don't see any love in this relationship. Again, it's kind of confusing me, because why would you be in a relationship when you've got this much money between the two of them? Like, why would you settle for a connection that just feels so surface level? to me at least, other than just they getting it on. Because again, I see it as you're an accessory to my brand in my personal life. She's an accessory to him and networking. Because again, he's so focused on money because things are changing around him. He wants to have everything. He wants to eat his cake, have his everything that he's built up and have it too. Unseen obstacle though. He's getting caught in a lot of his lies. Because again, the negative influence here is the Page of Wands reverse, which is I'm saying a lot of things and doing another in this relationship. He also is very greedy. He's very selfish. He doesn't pay for a lot of things, it feels like. He's always got a stockpile of information. This is a stockpile of receipts, information that he's like, I'm willing to and always ready. If I have to, I will throw you under the bus to get what I want at the end of the day. You go against me, I will ruin you. That's how he views this relationship. She's nothing to him, in my opinion. This is not a you are my everything. He doesn't care about marriage. He doesn't care about kids. He doesn't care about any of that. He's just cared about money and just getting the sexy woman who goes on his arm and is like is the one that everyone wants, but he has type of vibe. This is disgusting, and I don't like this energy. It feels very frat bro-ish. And I forget how old he is, but he's in his like mid-30s, I think. And I'm like, this is like, dude, grow up, in my opinion here. So I'm just going to leave it at this. I don't want to dive any much deeper into this. So if y'all enjoy, feel free, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions down below. Otherwise, feel free, if you want to hype up this video, or if you want to join YouTube members, or if you want to book a personal reading from me. All those links are down below this video, either through my website, through the members tab, in the pinned comment, or the description box. So with that, I really just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one. So thank you, and bye.